Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new edition of the Hockey Happy Hour, live from the Real Talk Studios here in Mount Ephraim, New Jersey, coming to you guys at a special start time at 8 o'clock. Well, 8:05 really, but who's counting? And we are brought to you by Gibson Mayer, LLC, your certified public accounts located at 301 Oxford Valley Road in Yardley, PA. Give them a call, 215-369-3300. Tax season will be here before you know it, so be ready, be prepared, and call Gibson Mayer.
Got my phone a solid inch off the table there.
Nice.
That's what we're going for. Why do we have Ralph's Lemons on the chair?
We have Ralph's Lemons?
Ralph's Lemons.
Well, that's a pretty big lemon. But anyway,
I need to know.
I am Matt. This is the lemon-obsessed, penguin-munching
It is yellow.
Michael Glykoff. And probably should go see a doctor. And right on over there is the great Denson, Dean Sensi.
Yo, yo.
What the fuck are you wearing? Anyway.
And to our right, our special guest, an extra large lemon.
Yes.
Is it a real lemon?
I think it is. I'm not 100% sure. It just kind of drifted in here, so hard to say.
Is that the same thing that opened up the door earlier?
That might have been. It may have grown legs and hands and opened up the door. But anyway.
It's a lemon, not an egg.
Yeah, but no, or an anaconda. But anyway, on the ones and twos, the sign guy, Mr. Ryan Brodo.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
We should take it easy.
So excited.
we should take
We're
it
here at 8 o'clock. You should be excited.
No, I'm very excited.
We should take it easy on him, though. He's had a bit of a rough week. Have you
Yes.
seen the Eagles lately? Yeah. So.
Well, at least the Sixers looked good last night
Oh, yeah.
with their all-star roster.
Yeah.
You're looking to start a fight.
No, I'm being serious. They won.
Sound a little hostile.
Oh, here we go.
How the Nets doing, by the way?
They lost in overtime.
See, I didn't want to say that.
I mean, Kyrie looked good in his first game, so I'm not too mad. 50 points in the debut's most
Just
ever
not-
in NBA history.
It's not in the win column. That's all.
Nah, that's all right.
But also, conspicuous by his absence is the Dark Wing, Brian Daly. But, we do have a substitute.
Ooh.
And I would like to introduce that substitute to everybody right on over here. Big Brian, for everyone to enjoy right here, who will be sitting down with Ralph's Lemon right there. There we go. Perfect.
Beautiful.
And there we have our substitute for
Brian
today.
always gets replaced, even by his stuffed animal.
And again, that is Big Brian.
It's Big Brian. Yes, it is Big Brian here.
Jesus.
How's it going, Big Brian? What do you think today? You think the Flyers are going to win? Yeah, he says yes. All right. And that is what we are doing today. That is why we're coming at you guys at this special start time. The Flyers are facing off with the Chicago Blackhawks in the United Center.
It looks like he's dropping an egg on the camera. Look at that. Looks like he's literally holding an egg.
This is Brodo's doing.
Trevor's taking it. He's got the laughing, crying face going on right now. Brodo's over there crying.
Oh, no. Little Brian has appeared.
Oh,
yes?
yeah. Good. He can meet his replacement. All right.
He goes not even there and still getting roasted. You know how it works.
Oh, but you know what time it is, Mr. Brodo. Go ahead. Fire it up. Go ahead. Take it away. But anyway.
What time is it?
You know what
You know
time
what to
it
do.
is.
No, that's later.
Oh.
No, not that kind of time. Brian's here. You know what that means.
Oh, we go back to the. I see.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah, you know what that means.
Little Brian's here.
Yeah, little Brian is on the chat.
Little Brian's in the chat. Yeah,
Yeah.
not Big Brian.
Big Brian.
Frank Vespi says to answer the poll question, I agree. Now I want the lemon to talk. Hashtag let the lemon talk.
Well, the lemon already has said that he wishes that Frank would stop chatting. So. I'm just
Shots
joking.
fired.
I'm just joking. God, everybody's so freaking sensitive.
Viewer
Keep forgetting
discretion
we're
is
in PC
advised.
America. Anyway, all right.
You ain't kidding.
But the lemon has said that it actually is kind of uncomfortable there. But oh well, it's too late.
It's looking into the very souls.
It's judging me, but I don't care. Anyway, I'm used
Not
to
much
being
to
judged.
judge.
I'm a ginger. But anyway, so
I gotta mute this mic.
We've officially broken Brodo. There he goes.
And we weren't even 5 minutes in. But yes, so
Brian says, wow.
But see, it's Brian's doing again. It's always Brian.
it is Brian's fault that this has happened. You have brought this upon yourself and to the show and to A2D, Brian. We blame you. Anyway.
Here goes Roscoe with all of his fun stuff here. He says, what's up, boys? Let's go Ducks. Taylor Hall to the Ducks. I don't know if that's going to happen, but
Well, you
He's
don't-
being optimistic. I'll give him that.
well, maybe you could get Gibson in the deal.
yeah, okay.
You need a
That's
goalie.
not gonna happen.
I don't think the Ducks
just
would
saying.
be dumb
At
enough
that
to do
point,
that.
I think Brian might just come to my house and murder me.
Probably.
That could have been a moment, by the way, Maddie.
That could have been.
I'm gonna save something.
I'm sure you are.
no.
Oh, besides, Mr. Brodo might have some surprises anyway as we go further on in the evening. But yes, so the Flyers playing the Chicago Blackhawks tonight. We are going to have live reactions for you guys. Probably get the first period in, try to get the second period in as well, and then let the game finish off on its own in the third. By then, hopefully, the game won't be a blowout. It'll actually be a contest. But the Flyers, of course, are coming off of a win after a real rough 4-game skid. Flyers did recover nice against the Las Vegas Golden Knights there. Unfortunately, we couldn't keep the tradition going of beating the shit out of Marc-Andre Fleury. They had their backup of their backup in net
I was
that
going to say,
night.
because Malcolm Subban wasn't even in there.
No, he was not. So I feel bad for that poor kid. Like, hey, scrub, welcome to the NHL. You get to face the Flyers, and they're going to put a 6 spot on you. I hope you enjoy
Poor
it.
kid.
Jesus.
Yeah, the game definitely, I would assume, would have been a lot closer if Fleury was in that.
Probably, but we still probably would have won.
you probably would have. It's just the anxiety that Fleury gets whenever he plays.
I don't know why he's
you
not
know,
a
the
Penguin
Flyers.
anymore. It's not like we injure him like we do the other Flyers, the other Penguins goalies.
You all right?
Unlike Matt Murray, who
There's something outside.
Well, then lock the door.
I don't want to go over.
I know, between the door
Oh,
opening on
Jesus
itself
Christ.
before we went live and now you hearing things, we might not have Sign Guy before this show's over. Just saying. We might lose him.
It is Halloween season. There might be a zombie hand coming through that
Spooky
wall.
season out here.
What? We're living in The Walking Dead now?
Yeah, maybe.
We moved to Georgia or wherever the fuck it's supposed
Wherever it
The
takes
Walking
place.
Dead, The Walking Anacondas, we'll never know.
to be? Sounds like a good show.
Sounds it sounds even worse.
With, what would it be? Rick Grimes?
Hey Dean,
With the
you want to do me a
anacondas.
favor? You want to move your microphone closer to you?
Do I have to?
Well, I mean, if you know you want to be heard. That's all.
Well, I'll think about it.
Okay, thank
Trevor,
you.
do you want to hear Dean?
We don't really like his opinions, so
All right, then move it farther away. Thank you.
have a good day.
But anyway, yeah, so rough 4-game skid for the Flyers. However, though, they did recover against Vegas. And I will say this, though. I was reading a few comments as I was looking up the scores for those Flyers games. And the comments were so negative, of course, as they always are in Philadelphia. You know, every time the Flyers lose a game, it might as well be a freaking nuclear meltdown. I'm like, okay, listen. It's not the NFL. It's not a new game. It's not a new season every game. It is not a new. It's not a new season until the All-Star break. Let's calm the fuck down here for a moment, because I read a comment of some jackoff who had made a tweet, and he said, "Oh, there goes my optimism. It was nice seeing you. I'll see you again next October." I'm like, we're not even 10 fucking games in, and
was
you've
to say,
already fucking given up.
There's a
Welcome to
whole
my world.
75 games left in the season.
Like Jesus,
you know.
like what the fuck, man?
That's why I'm not concerned about the Penguins are in a skid right now. They've lost 3 games in a row, but I mean they're losing to good teams, so it's not really an issue. You know, with Tristan Jarry in net last night, we lost at Tampa Bay, and we lost a game with 2 minutes to go off of a stupid penalty that they scored on the power play. But it's like Jarry had 45 saves last night, and we kept it a 1-goal game against arguably what is probably going to be the best team in the league. So, I mean, and with 5 guys out of the lineup, they look good for what they've been doing and what they have on the ice right now. So, that's how I feel. Hopefully some guys come back for Tuesday's game against you guys, but
Hopefully
I guess,
not. I'd like
well,
to face the AHL
yeah.
squad that you guys are sporting right now with
AHL
Crosby
squad,
at the
it's
helm.
not too bad. I mean, it really isn't. You know, but I mean, losing Dumo for 2 games.
Here's
is
the thing,
gonna
though. Do
hurt,
you
so.
really want guys to come back? Because you know the Flyers are just going to re-injure them.
Yeah, I do want them to
What's
come
the point of bringing them back for that game?
Because we need to score something. I mean, go on now.
I mean, what was it? Every game I think we faced you guys for like the better part of 2 seasons now. Either Murray got hurt or someone else got hurt.
Yeah, well, maybe it'll start Jari Tuesday night instead of starting Murray.
Because that's exactly what you guys are doing to avoid Murray getting hurt every time.
Well, I mean, it worked last time.
See, here's the funny part, though. We would lose the game, but we would always wind up injuring Murray. It's like, I don't know why we didn't.
It always
even,
seems to be a concussion.
Like,
you guys are headhunters. It's funny how it works out.
It is funny how it works out. Oh, and Chicago got a new scoreboard, too, it looks like. They got the same kind of thing going that the Flyers got. Huh.
Yeah, everybody's moving over to those big-ass scoreboards now.
Ever since Dallas did it.
Yeah, pretty much. Ever since the Cowboys put in, 500-inch TV screens. Everybody else is going on the wave there. Trevor Harris said, was reading the Flyers, that the Flyers and AV had a skills day, which is pretty cool to have instead of a hard practice.
That is good. I mean, I'm fine with that. I think that – because that's the thing, though. It's not that the Flyers have played bad. They actually outshot all the opponents they lost to.
Yeah.
But yet they were getting outshot by Vegas, but they won the game. It makes
and then they lose to
no
Dallas.
fucking sense.
They lose to Dallas before that game, and it's like
that was the only game that stung a little bit. I'm like, really? We lost to fucking Dallas, a team that couldn't even buy a win. But, it's like, all right, whatever. Again, it's 82 games in the season. We shouldn't panic right now. And also, for anyone out there who's doubting Carter Hart, it's like, okay. Calm down. It is way too early in the season to jump off of the freaking bridge right now, and apparently we got a line forming at the fucking Ben Franklin.
I mean,
so
for some reason, obviously, this is the kid's first full season.
Yes.
Okay, like obviously he's gonna have those issues. People are starting to figure out, where his weaknesses are. That's just coming with the game. But the kid's, what is he, 21 years old? I mean. Come on. The people that are quitting on this team already are ridiculous. And
they are. But they're the same jackasses that'll be the first ones to wear a Flyers jersey and go to the playoffs.
I'm the biggest fan and all this stuff. We know a few of those people, but it's just, it just it's just how it is. I mean, a lot of these fans. I mean, it's not. We're not just picking on Philly, but it's everywhere. A lot of these people. The worst fans you find are in fan pages. Let's just say that because they're horrible.
Yes,
they're horrible, man. You follow some of these pages and it's like you said, you're looking in Flyers pages and they're quitting. At technically a 500 record right now. And it's like Jesus Christ,
not even
relax.
10 games in.
Yeah.
Like seriously, whatever. We are in total 7 games in.
Yeah,
we haven't even
7 games, 7 points. I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah,
you got. Brand new head coaches, I should say.
Yeah, and here's the thing. The Flyers, to be at 500 at this point, the way we started last season is 10 times better. I'll take that over the way we started last year. Last year, we were one of the worst teams in the NHL. Literally, we were, if not the worst team.
Yep.
Well, actually, we couldn't be because, that and Ottawa.
Ottawa, yeah.
Yeah.
And the Blues. Can't forget about the Blues.
The Blues were shit until they started
until they
getting
won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, until they got their shit together, and then they realized, oh, actually, we're the St. Louis Blues. That's right, we actually have talent.
Yeah.
But anyway, and who's this Jordan Bennington schmuck?
Yeah,
why is he
this
playing
guy?
so good? But anyway, and again, thank you, Blues fans, thank you, Blues, for stopping the Bruins from winning the Cup. But anyway,
going off of that, also, have you guys heard about the great story about Capo Caco saying he's not happy with the playing time and not happy that he's in New York right now either.
Oh.
That he's not having fun in this game. They're like 6 games in. He's already complaining.
Not a good way to start your career there, son.
Wait a minute. Is that actual facts coming
Yes.
out? Oh, okay.
Said it in an interview with some kind of radio show in his hometown. I don't remember where, but he literally came out and said,
Finland, right? He's
Finland. There's not much fun in my game right now. I'm not enjoying what I'm at right now.
So what you're saying is that the Rangers, they drafted a diva. That's what
Yes.
you're saying. They drafted the Antonio Brown of the draft class.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Rangers. Enjoy that shit for the next how many years?
Yeah, when AB was drafted, they probably didn't expect anything from him being a 6th-round pick, where they expect the guy 2nd overall to be something.
Well, that's
and he's
true.
already starting off as a possible jackass here, so.
Yeah. That's pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie. What are you gonna do? Go to another league that's gonna hopefully rival the NHL and then
I'll
fold
go play
before
in
their
the
first
KHL.
season
And to add on
even
to
ends?
it also,
But anyway,
I was reading the article. Even his agents come out and said, "Why is my guy getting like no time in the ice?" He's on the first power play line. He's on the second line. They're giving as much time as they possibly can. He's still a
Probably
rookie.
rocking close to 20 minutes a game.
so
He was averaging like 16 and a half to 17.
so
About the same what Jack Hughes is getting right now.
so Dean, are you happy that you got Hughes instead of
I
Kakko?
was always happy that we were getting Hughes over Kakko. Everyone's like, "Oh, Kakko's ready now," but I'd rather get a guy that's going to grow and get better, not just.
But
I want to win now.
and not bitch about his fucking playing time. It's like, dude, you're a fucking rookie. Yes, your
So
team
right
isn't
now-
the greatest team in the world.
Right
I mean,
now,
it's a better team
Capo
than most.
Kakko and the Rangers and Buffalo Sabres are playing right now. He has 8 minutes and 35 seconds within not even 2 periods.
Oh, they just scored too. Who was that? Buchnevich? Who was that? No, I thought it was 40-something. 77. Who is that? I don't even know who the hell that is.
Well, I mean, the Rangers aren't really the same like they
D'Angelo,
used to
his
be.
D'Angelo.
fourth goal
Tony
in 3
D'Angelo,
games.
D'Angelo. Okay, then. So, with that, how are you guys' teams doing?
Well, Dean could express how he's feeling. I've already.
I think you.
I'll get back to some talk about it, but
And you'll get back to me
You
on
know what?
Tuesday.
The beginning of this
Yeah.
year, every Devils fan came out and said it. We were garbage. We finally got our first 2 wins, and now they're showing some life. They got Fitzgerald, the assistant to Shero, on the bench coaching, and something's going on. They're keeping a consistent lineup. I think he finally came out and said, "Why are you changing the lineup every game?" Because everything's been consistent. The only thing that's been changing is the spot in the lineups for. I believe it's Simmons versus Jesper Pratt, Jesper Bachvis, and Bachvis is looking great. He just doesn't have a point yet. He's playing when Bachvis is one of the top rookies right now for the Devils. When he was up, he's only played 2 games out of the first, I think 8, but he was averaging like 11 minutes, and he was looking really good on the ice. They're just not giving him power play time, which in the AHL, not even the AHL, in his Finnish league, he was a power play scorer. The problem is they have to keep him on the second line because the first line's already
well,
full.
yeah, I don't think you put a rookie unless his name is Jack Hughes on the first line power play, And it's you gotta spread it out a little bit. I mean, you can't expect him either to be on the first line as a fan either. I mean, with what is it? Hughes, Hall, Palmieri's the first 3 wingers, right? On the first line power
Hughes.
play.
No, it's Hughes, Hall, Heischer, Palmieri in the
okay.
back, and
Well,
Subban.
Okay.
Well, think about it this way. It also depends on what team you have. I mean, obviously, if you have somebody like, say, a Crosby, well, yeah, duh, he has to be on the first line because he's that player.
And-
You know,
exactly.
like
and
he
for
has
us,
to be.
it has
you
to
know?
be Taylor Hall.
Yeah. So
Like,
it's
the only thing I don't understand with Simmons. He falls over his own 2 feet. He's not doing much. He has 2 points. He hasn't done anything for $5 million so far.
and
I'm hoping this
We
is-
all laughed about that contract when it was signed.
I'm
so.
hoping it's
did
just
too.
him. I just hope it's him just warming up to the season. Every player has their own groove
well,
to get ready. I
here's
want to
the-
ask the Flyers fan here.
Here's the thing. That was what we thought about in his last season as a Flyer, and it never really got better after that, especially when the injuries started piling up. So we traded him away at the perfect time to trade
Yeah,
his
I
ass
can tell.
away. Like, seriously.
You know what? The season's still young. Anything's possible. They did demote him down to the second power play line, which I'm glad they did because
He probably will do a little bit better there than he would do on the top.
Pretty much, right? Got a couple comments rolling in. He goes, Trevor Harris is saying Capo Caco already complaining about playing time. Well, yeah. Not good for him. Not a good look.
No, not at all. Enjoy it, Rangers.
Yeah, he says
This-
jokingly,
yeah.
he says, "See, so this is a quick Rangers rebuild already backfiring." Yeah, pretty much. That's the way it seems like right now.
If it turns out that he wants out after his entry-level deals, then I'm going to cry laughing.
Yep.
If that shit happens to the Rangers, it is going to be the greatest thing in the world. I'm going to die laughing. Actually, I think you'll die laughing too,
yeah,
Dean.
I agree.
And we'll all just be
No,
sitting here.
I think the one thing that has to happen that I think we'll both agree to Watch him come out in 2 years. I want to be traded to Tampa Bay.
If he goes to Tampa Bay, I'm going to cry laughing even more. I'm like, he's going to Tampa Bay.
The retirement home for every Philadelphia Flyer and New York Ranger.
And New York Ranger. And what they're going to do is they'll get something for him. What they'll get is watch them get maybe one decent player and 2 scrubs that the Lightning don't want.
Well, right
Watch it
now,
happen.
Keko's a great player.
He is.
His first goal was beautiful, but he was also set up perfectly by his line mate.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that he's complaining about his time on the ice and that the team's not performing, grow up.
I agree.
Like Jack Hughes, even after the Devils started off like 0-7, he's like, I'm enjoying the game right now. I'm just getting ready. Everyone's getting warmed up still.
So you mean he sounds like every NHL rookie ever for the most
Pretty
part?
much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And not Capo, I'm the greatest. I'm the
Well,
new
duh.
Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah. Okay. Trevor Harris he's asking you, Dean. He goes, "Have the Devils found a coach yet?
Found
A
the
real coach?
His name is Tom
They did.
Fitzgerald.
They did. They did. It's Big Brian over
Big
here.
Brian.
Hire him now.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to finding a coach, who's available? That's the problem when it comes to finding a new coach, because look at the Wild. They're falling apart again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's be honest here. I don't think Boudreaux's making it any further.
He's not.
He's getting fired before the All-Star break.
yeah.
It's happening.
Big time.
I don't know who they'll go hire to replace him, but I'll tell you right now, Boudreaux's leaving. It's got to happen at some point if Minnesota keeps this shit
God,
up.
he sucks. You scared me. Uh-oh.
My apologies.
Yeah, you should be. Peter Evans chimes in. What's good, Peter? How are you, buddy?
What's up, Pete?
Hey, Pete.
He goes, my guys. He also goes on to say, fly guys with the win tonight.
All right, that's
So,
what I'm talking
he's
about.
out here guaranteeing victories.
That's right. He's pulling a Mark Messier.
Yes.
And he'll
That's who I was going with.
Yep,
Because
and
he called it right.
and he did. And he also beat the Devils in that series single-handedly.
Screw you. Screw you.
What did he do?
Hey, if you need some muscle and some coconut oil, then definitely
Brodo
take advantage of
just
that.
said, do you know who's available?
Who?
Gabe Kapler.
That's
Hey, he
great.
might actually do some analytical shit, and the Devils may actually pull it off. Well, they'll call it money puck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huddle Up Podcast chimes in, also says, how do you guys feel about Niskanen so far? Maddie, I'll let you take that one.
I really do like what I've been seeing from Niskanen. He's been playing very well. He's been getting scoring as well, and he's been playing very good defensive hockey. there- Sorry, Gritty.
Good old Gritty.
Gritty
Good
just
old
had a
Gritty.
whole bag of popcorn just threw it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whoever hates Gritty, fuck off. Seriously, Gritty is just hours of entertainment. He really is. And his hands, they do the squishy sound when they come
Oh, my God.
But anyway,
So creepy.
it is, but it's so awesome. Come on, it fits Philly. It really
Oh,
fits
yeah, there's
Philly.
no
You
doubt.
got to admit. But anyway,
I like the Fanatic better.
all right, says the Yankees fan. But anyway, so actually, you guys have never had a mascot. What would that look like? What would a Yankees mascot look
A
like?
sack of money.
No, that's actually a lie. The Yankees did have a mascot from
When?
1971 to 1975.
The hell was it?
And George Steinbrenner, I don't remember the name. It's before any of our times.
Bro, look it up, please. That's gonna kill me all show.
But
The Yankees mascot?
yeah, please.
George
just do
Steinbrenner
it.
came out and said, we don't need a mascot.
Well, honestly, you don't, but still. Yeah, but anyway, so to answer the question,
Dandy.
Dandy,
Dandy.
what the fuck was it?
It's some guy with a mustache.
Nice.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
weird because the Yankees are the one team that doesn't allow facial hair.
No, they do allow mustaches.
Here you go. I have a synopsis. I don't know if that's the correct word, but we'll find out.
Okay.
Dandy was the mascot of the New York Yankees between 1979 and 1981. He was a
off.
large
You're a little
pinstripe bird that sported a Yankees hat. He had a mustache that gave him an appearance similar to a former Yankee catcher, Thurman Munson.
Nice.
His name was a play on the classic American folk song, Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Oh,
See.
I see.
There we go.
I was
Beautiful.
off with the years, but I was correct.
Yeah, apparently. But anyway,
I know there's a YouTube video on it too.
to
like
answer
Farewell to Dandy, something like that.
Farewell to Dandy. The fuck? All right. Anyway, so to answer that question, yes, I do like what Matt Niskanen's been doing. He's got a power play goal. That was just against Vegas. He had the power play goal, apparently 5 shots on goal with 24-30 on the
How
ice
perfect.
time. Damn, nice bunch of stats thrown out there. Thank
Yeah.
you, NBCSN.
Thank you.
Came through in the clutch for me. But anyway, yes, but I do like
Sources.
what I've been seeing from Matt Niskanen. And let me ask you a question. Which one do you hate more, the Matt Niskanen as a Flyer or the Matt Niskanen as a Capital?
I'm going to go with the Capital only because of the playoff series.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
I'll
the
go on
fact that he
one.
won a cup with them.
All right.
So that's where I'm at with that.
Start getting really loud.
Hey, well, we want to be loud, all right?
Do not turn us down. Oh, the soundboard almost made an unwanted appearance.
Trevor said, "Hey Dean, isn't it kind of weird seeing Devils players wearing high numbers unlike before?"
It's a new look, but I learned there is actually a thing when it comes to Jack Hughes' number. What is
he? What is he?
86, and it's not what you think it is.
Well, because he wasn't born in '86.
No,
He's probably born in '98.
he did say his favorite player growing up was Sidney Crosby, but this is more of a family joke. His brother Quinn Hughes from Vancouver's 43, and as a joke, there's a joke going on when they were growing up that Jack always said, "I'm twice as good as my brother."
So he did twice his number.
Yeah.
Very smart.
That is such a great dick move to your brother. Like, I'm twice as good as you. This is my overall. And that's on my rookie year.
Now get you, Quinn Hughes is another great player too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All the Hughes brothers are going to be.
There's
pretty
one
good.
more coming up too.
Yeah, he'll be drafted this year.
No, 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Watch him get
Whatever.
drafted by the Flyers.
Oh.
I'll actually cry laughing if that
No.
happened.
Well,
No.
I mean, that would mean the Flyers sucked. He's going to be one of the top picks. So.
And this one's a winger also.
Who knows? Maybe we orchestrated a really awesome trade.
Yeah.
I mean,
Giroux.
Or you
for
just do
first
pretty well in the
overall
lottery
pick.
again.
I mean, hell, we could probably trade Claude Giroux and go get freaking Kakko at this point with the way he's been complaining. I don't want him, but we could probably pull it off. Like,
Now, if I didn't
worth
say
a
that about Kakko complaining about his time and how the team's doing, would you want Kakko?
yes. That's the last thing the Philadelphia needs.
But the thing is, how would the Philadelphia fans handle it?
Probably not well.
well, for a guy that's 10 years younger than Giroux, maybe.
They would be happy
They would be
about it,
happy,
but then
yeah.
it would just take one complaint, and then the Philly fans would turn
Oh,
on him in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, just
So
like
you-
everything else. You look suspicious. Trevor Harris says he's saying pretty much the same thing I was saying earlier. He goes, "Was the Yankees mascot a bag of money?" See, great minds think alike.
It should have. You know what it should have been? It should have been one of those guys from like the 1920s, like those banker guys who has the top hat and the monocle and the giant
That would have been great.
mustache with a cane. That should have been them. Oh, and would come out onto the field in one of those 1920s old ass cars.
Yeah.
It would have been perfect
like
for
it.
the Yankees.
Little
Seriously,
Model
it
T,
would have
right?
been. Hire
He
me.
also-
I'll make the freaking mascot. I'll design him right now for the Yankees. Pay me some of that millions of dollars. You overpay your players.
He
Anyway,
goes
go
on
ahead.
to say, "Dandy sounds like a stripper's name." He also
He
says,
wasn't a good looker. I've seen pictures.
goes, "What's your thoughts on the hockey
I said
news?"
he was not. Brodo, calm down over there.
So
Unless
what-
he's getting a fancy from it.
What
I don't
what
know.
strip clubs are you visiting, Dean? what the mascot strip club?
Oh God, I don't want to see
Jesus.
Gritty there.
He'd be the star attraction. What the fuck are you?
Pretty much. I feel uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm just thinking of the headline of what the hell it would be called for Gritty. Would it be the what would it be? The
No, just Gritty.
He would.
And here comes grimy Gritty.
That's great. Oh,
And
that
all
was
you would
perfect.
hear is just screams.
You hear it?
By the way, this should be the Flyers pregame, not the regular pregame.
I think we do a hell of a better
I
job
think
than,
we
than
would.
these
We're,
clowns.
we're
on
not
here,
just
so.
rattling off stats. We're just giving you guys the greatest stuff in the world. We're
Listen,
giving
we're
you.
here for entertainment
Hey, man,
purposes.
anything's better than listening to Joe Buck during the World Series.
I agree.
Actually, I think a bag of farts would probably sound better than Joe Buck.
Nothing
Like,
beat
seriously.
in the Yankees Astros series. Nothing beat right behind home plate was a guy that looked like he was flashing TV, but it was actually no. It was a shirt that said Joe Buck sucks. And then Joe Buck apparently commented, "I do not."
By the way, we have a couple YouTube comments.
Oh, okay, please
Beautiful.
rattle them off.
The only Jared. I don't think he's the only Jared.
Well,
Yeah,
hi,
I know a few.
He says, "Who do you think will win, Blackhawks or Flyers?"
Flyers.
I'm going Flyers tonight.
And then Damian Estrada says, "Blackhawks going to win 4-2 with 2 goals from Jonathan Taves."
Maybe not.
If that was Patrick Kane, maybe.
The toes might get it done. I don't know. We'll see.
The
He's
toes.
been cooling down since the last couple seasons, though.
Yeah, but
Patrick Kane's still one of those dominant
he's
players
still
in the
Jonathan
league.
Taves.
To
though.
be fair, though, I think the whole team has been cooling
Yeah.
down since.
Yeah, they don't have much. I mean, the team's good. It's just they're not like.
The problem is that they've been trying to go and get back the 2010 roster. I'm like, you do realize that some of them are retired, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Look, there's their team right there. Patrick Kane.
Yo, those things are crazy. The things that you smell.
the
What he
smelly
just-
stuff that
smelling
they have on the
salts?
board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, those things are nuts.
They wake you up.
They clear your sinuses out like crazy.
What do you think? It's going to be like a candle?
No, but it was. We would use them before hockey games too, and it just reminded
Oh,
me.
I got a candle.
It was like-
Oops.
I could breathe.
They should make that a candle in the locker room. Wake everybody the fuck up if they have a bad period. There's perfect punishment
Here
for
we
the
go.
team.
We got puck drop going on
Oh, here we
right
go.
now.
Face-off
Couturier
has
wins the
begun.
face-off.
Also, real quick, Rangers and Sabres just ended the second period. Rangers up 4-2.
Okay, then.
Interesting.
And the other news, I don't give a shit.
Pretty much.
And, oh,
Let's
the
go.
Flyers.
If he got all of that, that might have went in early.
Man, if the Flyers had scored this early into the game, I'd be like, ooh, nice. Hopefully, also Joel Farabee can get his first goal.
Farabee,
He was trying to get
Vorobyev's
it.
playing tonight too. Did he
Vorobiev,
play
yep.
last game?
They were both called up. Carson Torwinski was put down into the minors along with.
As he should have been. He probably shouldn't have started, to be honest.
I mean, he didn't play too bad, and the
Ooh,
Flyers gave a great
nice.
opportunity to the Blackhawks very early on. But luckily, Elliott bailed out the Flyers on that one.
By the way, I do have something on Mr. Farabee. I don't know if you guys saw this, but
Go
Hit
right
us.
ahead.
he became the first player born in the 2000s to play for the Flyers. He was born February 25th, 2000.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Huh.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Well, it's a shame that Brian is not here to feel old about
Oh,
that.
man, yeah.
Nice save by Elliott.
Definitely. A couple more comments rolling in. Trevor Harris says, "What's your thoughts on the Hockey News tweet/article about how the Flyers should trade Giroux?"
I've heard it every year.
I was
and
gonna
every-
say, let's-
like
It's been the
chipped in
same
with
thing
those
for the
two.
last 6
it's
years.
like,
So
in other news, water is wet and the sky is fucking blue. But I mean, like,
Water's not wet.
oh, the ref is getting tackled.
but I will say this right now: it's no real big surprise. Elliott bailing out the Flyers again. Come on, guys, at least play like you give a shit. I know it's the Blackhawks and they're garbage, but come on.
Yeah, not a good
Anyway.
start there for the Flyers.
So, all right, Flyers got the puck back. Drew gets it, passes it off, and shot.
Good shot.
Nothing
Good
made.
save,
No one
though.
got that rebound.
Oh,
Oh, well, boom.
bad
A nice
bad.
turnover. Voracek with a shot, but it died before it got to him.
Who do the
Oh,
Hawks
well.
have in net right now?
Robin Lanier is starting for
Okay.
the Chicago Blackhawks. You may know him from Buffalo Sabre fame. Not
And
exact-
Islanders.
And Islanders
Last
fame.
He had the
Yep.
great Islander fame from the last 2 years.
I know, but it's just, like
that revamped his career.
Oh, absolutely.
that
they did.
revamp is literally overnight. It was an overnight transition from being a pretender to a contender, and that's pretty much all because of Trotz. That's pretty much it. But give Matthew Barzal his credit. He has had a massive hand in that team
big
becoming
time.
relevant in recent years.
I agree.
But man, I will tell you this right now. Also another little fun factoid about Joel Farabee. He actually grew up a Philly fan.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
It's
he
funny
did.
how that works out.
His dad was a Philadelphia fan, so naturally he became, because he is actually from, I believe he's actually from Jersey. I believe he is.
Look it up.
I'll have to look it up. And they were showing it during the Vegas game, and I forget where they exactly said he was from. But, yes, he grew up a Philadelphia fan, so he gets to play for his hometown team.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's got to be a good feeling.
That is. That has to be an awesome feeling for him.
In other news, Roska thinks the Nationals will win Game 3.
I hope so.
I mean, they do
and
have.
it's not for the reason that most people expect me for wanting the Nationals to win.
Well, I would say just because of Bryce Harper leaving, but
I found out where he's from.
where is he from?
Cicero, New York.
Oh,
Okay, so it's
That's
close.
where he was born.
That's where he was
okay.
born. Okay.
Doesn't say
Also,
where he
How do you know me so well?
lived.
Well, that's
Well,
the same
either way,
reason why
though,
I
his
would've
dad
said
was
that.
a Philadelphia fan, and so he is a Philadelphia Flyer. So welcome to the team, Joel Farabee. Hopefully you'll be scoring some goals. Hopefully you get your first tonight. Meanwhile, the Flyers causing a turnover in their zone, pushing it out.
And about
Keith is
that.
trying to run it down.
Went a little too far. It was about to
No.
develop a 2-on-1 there.
Not enough for icing, though, with the hybrid icing rule.
I know.
I did have a question for you guys.
Ooh, hit us.
Because yesterday was the 26th anniversary of the infamous, not for the right reasons, Joe Carter home run against the Philadelphia Phillies in the 93 World Series. So I wanted to ask you guys as hockey fans.
Is that the famous back-to-back?
Huh?
Is that when Toronto went back-to-back?
Yes.
Yeah, and Mitch
Like-
Williams
oh,
blew
okay.
4 straight.
Speaking of back-to-back, it's Champagne Poppy's birthday today. I'm just saying.
What are you, a Raptors fan now?
No, but I do like Drake.
So you're a Raptors fan now.
No,
Sounds like you are.
I did root for that.
Maddie, it seemed like he went out of his way to talk about Champagne Poppy.
He did on a hockey show. He
Yeah.
did.
I was just,
Hey,
I was just
man.
making sure my history.
Don't
was
you
right, that's
remember
all.
last show? We went
Yo,
on tangents
what's good,
so
Tom?
bad.
Hey, Tom. But what I was going to say, well, I mean, we're not going to be bringing up what we brought up in the first half last time. We started talking about Mike Richards, Jeff Carter, and Donald Brashear and what they have in common.
Oh.
And,
Yeah,
you know,
we won't get on that.
Yeah, we don't need to go back to that.
So I wanted to ask you guys, what is your most heartbreaking moment as a hockey fan / Flyers, Devils, and Penguins fan
Wow, most heartbreaking.
so
of your life? So
of
don't
our
say like
lives,
of-
so
of
livelihood, so
62.
not us going back and researching it. So I
Yes.
will say, I would have to say it would probably be that goal that was scored on Michael Layton's 5-hole in the
Ooh.
2010 Stanley Cup Final.
that we didn't know was a goal.
That we didn't
Yeah.
realize was a
Except
goal.
for Patrick Kane,
Except
he
for
was the only one
Kane,
that knew.
who scored it. That was probably the most heartbreaking moment right there. And Michael Layton not knowing how to hug a post properly. But then again, he was a third-string goaltender, so you get what you pay for, I guess. But looking back
Man,
on it
that's
now, but
tough.
yes, that was a heartbreaking moment. I was moved to tears that day. That was a tragic day in Flyers history. That really was. But
Yeah.
But anyway, what about you, Mr.
man.
Klankoff? Well, you know what? Maybe we should save you for last since your team doesn't have much to be tragic about. Go ahead, Dean. Go ahead.
Mine would probably be Zach Parise leaving the Devils.
That is pretty tragic, I will say.
Because when he left, the entire team started snowballing.
That's true. Literally, after he left, that was it. The Devils were
Cannonball.
shit.
The problem is, you lose a captain like him. Afterward, they lost David Clarkson. Then they lost,
Who was good for them?
Yeah.
You know.
Then they lost Kovalchuk, who I'm glad they lost.
Almost got a turnover
But
there.
Parise was the first drop that started the complete downfall of the Devils.
I agree.
And now,
Okay,
Ooh, man.
good defensive
Good
play.
defense, yeah.
how about you, Penguin Muncher? I'm a
There's-
Penguins fan. There's nothing wrong with you.
No, I mean there's been a few. Goal.
Oh, there we go. The Flyers getting the first goal of the game.
I wonder if that was shot by Farabee, but I
think
wonder
it
if
was tipped by Hayes.
yeah, but was it off a defensive stick or was it off of I guess it was off of Hayes then.
I think Hayes did tip it in, and yes, the choir bringing in the awesome angelicness of that goal.
Nice.
The Flyers up 1-0 on Chicago.
I could tell you one that definitely broke my heart. Even though we did end up still winning a Stanley Cup, but Game 5 against Detroit in 2009 when we lost 5-0, I went nuts. That was a game that I lost it. You know, it was just like he might be offside.
Oh, they're challenging for offside. Ooh,
Yeah, it's gonna be
no,
pretty
this
tough.
goal might come back.
It's going to be. a
I'm
close
shocked you didn't say the Sidney Crosby goal during the Olympics.
one. No, I'm not.
You're
I wouldn't say that, but you know, hard times in other games. Just
But listen to this guy though.
losing in Game 7 to Tampa Bay with Dwayne Rollison 1-0 against us. Oh God, that was brutal to watch.
Well, it would make you feel any better. They didn't get through the Eastern Conference Finals. They wound up losing to Boston.
Another one, I guess, would be Crosby's concussions. His series with what's his name? Oh God, who hit him?
Oh, it was it Wilson?
No, I don't think Wilson was playing yet.
Oh, it was a Capital. I know that much.
Yeah,
it was in the Winter Classic too.
It was
because
a dude that wasn't there much longer. Trevor will know that one.
I remember the game because I remember watching it. And what is the referee's decision?
No goal, offside.
Damn it, it was offsides.
God, who was it?
Damn it.
It's going to bother me now. I can't remember who hit him. But it was, pretty bad shot. But yeah, I would go with those. A couple of those, yeah.
Look at this guy. His most tragic moment is losing a game in a Stanley Cup final that his team wound up winning.
Well, because I thought it was over for us. I was scared.
You could have picked 2008 when you actually did lose.
Well, but it was like, there wasn't much expectations to get there anyway. I mean, we were a team that was bottom of the barrel that ended up making our way back there. So when Danny Bilesman took over, but
yeah. Anyway, so off of that, I guess depressing note. The goal was called back. It was offsides. So, unfortunately, it is back to being a scoreless game. God damn it.
Shame.
Hate that new official review. It's great when it works for you.
Yeah.
Man, it fucking sucks when it happens to your team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That was like the review last night in the Penguins game that took 10 minutes.
Yeah.
For them to call no goal with 0 seconds left in the third period, which would have tied the game. It was very close, but, you could see – it wasn't conclusive enough. You couldn't really tell, I guess, that it was the puck that was in his glove that was behind the line inside the net. So, and a lot of pressure there by the Flyers.
Flyers making some great plays right now.
Oh, damn.
Another save by
the great shot.
They have even though the goal was taken off, they clearly have the momentum going.
They
big
do.
time.
They do. Hopefully they can keep it. Again, though, point this out, the United Center is not an easy place to play.
Nope.
It never is, even if the Blackhawks are shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, if their team is shit, they are not on television. So,
yeah, this is going to be a good game, though. But the Flyers are definitely the team on top right now, even with the scoreless game. So, but they're getting a lot of pressure. They were breaking down defensively a little bit earlier in the game, but they've seemed to control that a little bit and getting a lot of pressure on Chicago. So.
Yeah, so far right now it's been pretty strong play from the Flyers. Unfortunately, like I said, that disallowed goal is all to show for it at this moment.
Nice
but, you never know. 1 second can go by, and the Flyers could get a not disallowable goal. And they'll find a way to disallow that one, too.
Yeah,
but anyway, like,
does get his challenge back.
Yeah. God, could you imagine if there was a game where there was a review on every goal and it was all disallowed?
Yeah, that would
it'd be like a football game if every touchdown was called back because somehow,
baseball's
some way,
starting to go that way
something
too.
was pass
almost
interference.
everything as well.
Yeah, well, every touchdown or scoring play is reviewed on, so it could be possible in the NFL.
Ugh, that would be
that
would be a bad game. That'd be
imagine sitting there. Oh my God. I don't know what's worse is waiting for the review. All right, bro, I'll ask you this one. What's worse, watching the review for a touchdown or the last 2 minutes of a basketball game?
Oh, it's no question. It's the review.
You think so?
Absolutely, because a lot of it, at least in the last 2 minutes of a basketball game, it's like you're watching something happen.
True.
You're watching a bunch of numbnuts.
You're watching a lot of timeouts, though. That's the thing that kills me. The last 2 minutes of the game is like 15 minutes. I'm like, come on!
But at least with the final 2 minutes in an NBA game, the players have control.
True.
Not the freaking zebras with the pinstripes.
Which have been absolute garbage in all leagues this year, not just the NFL, but
in
the NHL.
game.
They've been very inconsistent.
They have been.
And it's like even times, I'm an officiate when I'm out. That was a clear
God
trip.
Damn it! Are you kidding me? You're gonna fucking trip somebody? Jesus.
But it's like even when I'm watching a game, I'm like, all right, like that should have been a penalty, or that was a bad call. It's just It's been like that all season. Every time I'm watching a game, it's just, with everything. It's like, even basketball last night. It's just some of the fouls. It's just like, it's the pancake league. I mean, the patty cake league is what I meant to say. It's just it's like everything is so soft anymore. It drives me nuts.
Well, eventually they'll get the flags out, and they'll eventually have he took the flag off. That's a tackle. Eventually you'll get to that, or get to the touch.
And
tackle.
And adding on the Mike's point, fighting's down even more this year.
Well, the thing is that fighting is getting completely phased out of the NHL pretty much. They're moving more towards a European style of hockey. It won't go away completely, but it won't be as prevalent as
They're going more for speed and skill than punch them up, destroy.
It's a totally different game now than it was literally, if you could rewind the tape, almost 8 years ago. Well, no. 10 years ago.
I'll even be generous and say 5.
Maybe, but I would say it depends on how many fighters you had left in the league. You don't have any anymore. I mean, Chris Stewart isn't really a fighter. He's more of just a guy who likes to throw the body around, and so he's just a fourth line grinder. That's pretty much what his role is.
Let's see let's name some great fighters, or just aggravating players.
Well, before we get to these great fighters, I got a couple more comments rolling in. Tarasenko's also hurt, by the way, with an upper body injury and is not returning to tonight's game.
That is not good news for St. Louis.
Trevor Harris says his sad game of his career is Game 7 Flyers lose to Tampa Bay in the 2004 Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, that's a bad one. That one was a tough one because then Tampa went on to beat the Calgary Flames to become Stanley Cup champions that year. And that sucked because if the Flyers had made it in, they would have had a very good chance to win that series because the Calgary Flames were a underdog that year, and I emphasize underdog. Mika Kiprusoff just had a career year, and that's how they got to the Stanley Cup final.
That was mine. I agree with Trevor. That was more heartbreaking than the 2010.
The reason why the 2010 is because it was such a long time since the Flyers had been to the Stanley Cup Finals, and the last time they were in it, it was 97. I was a little wee lad back in the day.
I was one.
I was a wee lad.
You were a little wee laddie.
I was a little wee lad back in the old country at the time when that happened. So, I mean, I didn't really get a chance to absorb the sweep the way that that others got to absorb when the Legion of Doom totally shat the bed against the Detroit Red Wings. But oh,
felt
man.
that one.
That was a good setup, though.
It was a good setup.
We got something here. Maybe was I talking about the
we got a
Flyers?
chance
Was I talking about the
here.
Flyers?
Oh, he couldn't get anything going. Back pressure.
The
All
Chrome
right.
comments and says, "Hey fellas,
Hello, Chrome.
Hey,
Flyers
Chrome.
roll with Monday's momentum and get the win in Chicago tonight."
Nice. Love it. Love
Wow.
the confidence. When the penalty kill has drastically dropped
Yeah.
off. So they were 23rd in the league from being like number 2.
Just when you thought things were going to change.
Yeah.
It looked very promising in the beginning of the year.
But then again, let's also remember they were scaling that off of like 2 games. So
Very true.
things are,
Trevor Harris says, 03-04 Flyers team was my favorite Flyers team and loved Jeremy Roenick.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yep.
That team
Who
was
doesn't?
awesome. That team had John LeClaire, Jeremy Roenick, Tony Amonte. It had Dennis Seidenberg on it, believe it or
I
not.
think they still had Recchi, correct?
Yes, Recchi was on that team. And so was Patrick Sharp was on that team.
Primo? Was Primo there?
Keith Primo was our captain.
Yeah.
And who else was on that team? Robert Esch was our
Yeah,
goalie.
he was the goalie.
Ooh,
And I used to think he was the best goalie ever.
Robert Esch.
Robert Esch. One good year. Oh, my God. One good fucking year. And then
Hey, that's all you need sometimes.
apparently on the Flyers, that's all you fucking needed.
Better than anything else we've gotten recently.
Of course, back then, though, that was when we thought Antero Niedermacky was the answer to our problems. Boy, he really panned out.
I loved when Ned and Mackey was in that.
Oh, yeah, because the Penguins fucking crushed his ass. Yeah.
Frickin' Nitty-Macky.
Well, most of it
Yeah.
crushed his ass.
Christian Glanding chimes in and goes,
What's up, dude?
What's up, man? What's going on, bro?
I dig it. But yeah, we're all caught up on Facebook.
Bryce.
On the tube.
Yeah, he said 1-0, boys. Bryce, well, it was for about 10
That
seconds.
aged.
Yeah.
Very poorly it did, too.
And then David Roska says Penguins should have won back-to-back Stanley Cup championships in that year, 07, 08, 08, 09.
I mean, that would have been nice.
No, it wouldn't have.
Maybe for you.
But, I mean, you can't have everything, right?
Yeah,
Unless you're a
apparently.
Penguins fan.
They don't.
Well, the salary cap really tells the Penguins they can't have everything.
Yeah, well, that's why we have Jari instead of DeSmith right now, to be honest. Because we don't have cap. We literally probably have 0 cap space right now.
I'm not surprised. You mean a team that's
To be
sporting...
fair, you guys got rid of Kessel. That opened up some room.
Yeah, it opened up some room just to get in another free agent. That's really all it came down to. 2-on-1 here for
great
Chicago.
2-on-1 from Flyers being too aggressive.
Oh.
And the Blackhawks.
Whoever
fucked
that
it up.
was messed that one up a little bit.
Yeah.
Kane with a beautiful.
Boy, thank you, hockey gods, on that one.
Kane with a
Bailing
beautiful
our asses
pass,
out.
and they just couldn't handle it.
This is a sloppy game. Very
Yeah.
sloppy game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Ooh, man, Blackhawks, man, undressing.
Pouring it on right now.
That one.
Kane
Somebody
just
lost
takes
their
out the stick.
Smart. Ooh.
Oh, go.
Here's something.
There's a chance. Here's a chance.
Communicate.
Flyers got a 2-on-1.
Communicate.
There we go. That's
Who
what
is
we
that?
talking about. And this one is not disallowable. So fuck you, Blackhawks.
He's
and
like
your
checking. He's like,
challenge.
is this one offside?
Yeah.
Who's that, Lindblom?
Yeah,
Who's
I believe it
23?
is, yeah. And Angelic Choir, once again.
Assisted
kicking
by
in.
Konechny as
That
well.
was a good play.
Nice play, yes.
Who's having a really good year.
He is. Konechny's having a really great year here. And it was a great play. I mean, Lindblom wasn't going to be able to catch up to this in time, but, Konechny got to it. He got to it before the Blackhawks D-man did. And
Nice little knuckle puck
yes,
right there, too.
Yes. It's knuckle puck time. And put it right on by Robin Lanier.
Nothing beat when a goalie just goes, well, he just beat me.
Wow,
Yeah.
5th goal of the season for Lindblom already.
I know. Lindblom's having himself a real good year, too.
Did you see opening night when they were like introducing all the players on the screen? They had Lindblom on the screen.
Yeah,
and they
I
introduced
saw
him
that.
as James Van Riemsdyk.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
Everyone's like,
that is not JVR. No,
I don't think
saw
so.
that. That was funny. That was
To
funny.
be fair, he's better looking than James Van Riemsdyk.
It's still not as bad as the Rangers home opener when someone just literally trips over the line.
That is true.
Well, that was very poor placement.
Actually, it was
by,
like three
the
players
camera
that did
crew.
that.
I mean, that was horrible. I mean, that was a really bad spot to put a wire. It's literally like 10 feet where they're
Oh,
skating.
was it a
from.
wire?
Yeah, it was a camera wire.
Oh, I thought he just screwed up.
No, he tripped over a camera wire.
I mean, if he really did have nothing there to trip him up and he just fell, but boy,
Maybe that's what I thought it was.
there's the New York Rangers in a nutshell. Jesus.
Oh, this is the way we're going to start the season.
Hey, it's
Jesus
your boy,
Christ.
Olimata.
Hey, yeah,
Yeah, I
old
forgot
buddy
he's in-
of yours.
forgot he's in Chicago.
Yeah, I remember
You miss him?
Mata.
He's probably doing great.
Yeah,
You miss him?
he was a piece
Not
of shit,
really.
so no. I
we
don't
go.
I'm
miss
asking
him.
you.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. Actually, Mike agrees with me, to be honest with you. I'm sure he doesn't miss Mata at all.
I really don't. I mean, I liked Mata in his time at Pittsburgh, but
Injuries.
injuries was one, yes, but it's just he made a lot of poor decisions, and it would cause a lot of scoring for the other team, and it's just he was very inconsistent. That's the one thing I couldn't stand with him.
Are
but-
you implying?
Ooh.
Oh, that was close. Are you implying that he would take bad penalties?
No, Malkin takes bad penalties. Mata just
Judo, I hit you. Whack.
pretty much. But Mata would just he would just do stupid things. Like he would just come out of
Very bad
come out
passes.
of place. Yeah, I mean and it's a lot of things I've been seeing from Letang this year. It's just like he's forcing plays that aren't there. He's just like, oh, I'll just toss the puck that way. We got 5 minutes.
Okay.
So
we do?
it's just like okay. Give me a seizure. Jesus Christ.
Doesn't take much.
Oh, anyway. All right. So,
Right now, the Rangers are going on the power play. Jeff Skinner. I want to see this penalty. Hold on. Because Jeff Skinner is arguing it right now. And he's a player that doesn't argue.
no, he does not.
Rangers just missed a goal right off the pipe. And then coming back the other way. Skinner with a high stick.
He's probably like, you are going to the box. And he's like, what?
Why?
Me?
Double minor.
Oh, he must be bleeding.
Oh, because it hit Capo.
E minor.
E minor.
It hit Capo. Automatic double minor.
See, I would get mad, but it's
That's
against
the
Buffalo.
Crosby
SpongeBob.
rule.
Yeah.
E minor. E minor. All right.
I mean, I would get mad, but it's the Rangers and Buffalo, and I could give two shits about both of those teams.
I'm also really hoping that the Rangers come out and say something about Capo with his last few comments about his playing time.
But it's in Finnish, so like they understand. So, meanwhile, Taryn Hatcher is on the screen. So, Brian, enjoy.
Got everybody's attention.
E minor.
E minor.
Anyway,
Wow. Look at that road trip.
that's a bad road trip. Yeah, people wonder why the Flyers sucked out there in Western
That's
Canada.
what I'm saying. Because they're tired.
Yeah.
Then they fly there. Then they fly to Chicago. And,
And then they immediately have to face freaking Dallas. And now
Jesus Christ,
Oh
Chicago
my
hasn't even
God.
played a road game.
the fuck? And they're still shitty? The hell is wrong with them? Well, technically they have played a road game. I mean,
Well, yeah.
Prague, but that's pretty much it.
I don't know. That's ridiculous. I mean, I was talking to a guy at work, and he was just like, the schedule for the Flyers. It's like, who decided to make this?
I don't know. I swear to God, the schedule makers were drunk the day that they had to make the
my
actual
God.
schedules.
It's like
That was a bad icing call.
And it's like the stupid
That
shit
was
too. Like
actually.
the Penguins have like they've played 5 away games this whole season already out of the 11. I mean, I guess it's kind of 500, but the next couple games are all home too.
Oh, wow. Zibanejad with a beautiful pass. Kreider couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Open net.
You know what? Rangers fans are getting on Kreider. They're not happy. Oh, he got an interference goal.
Goaltender interference.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's what you get for
Flyers
crashing the
with
goalie.
Flyers with the face-off here. The dying minutes here of the first period. Hopefully the Flyers can make it 2-0 against the Blackhawks before they head to the locker room for
Rip it.
intermission.
Rip it.
There's a shot.
Ooh.
Oh, and that one just went a little bit
Just
wide.
Going for the slap pass there.
Yeah, just a bit outside. And let's see here. Voracek
Wow.
sent that
That
into.
was a good look.
How
Yeah.
the hell did that go? It must have missed everything there. I thought it hit somebody.
Yeah, I thought so
There's
too.
nothing but traffic up there. And now rolling that on in. Come on.
I like
let's
this
see what you
passing
guys
work
got.
that the
There's
Flyers
the
are
shot.
doing, right?
I
I thought
mean-
that went in.
Here's the thing. This is, I mean, I don't mind good passes, but the thing is like,
Sometimes
you
it's
shoot
too
it.
many.
sometimes it's too much.
Trust me, I know the
Yeah.
struggle. Watching
Yeah.
the Devils power play, pass, and all of a sudden, shoot it. You spent 2 minutes passing it.
That's typically how it is for the Penguins too, because there's too many pass-happy players on the team.
Gotcha.
And it's like Crosby's like,
That's-
no, you take it. No, you take it.
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
It's like I already got 30 goals,
Yeah.
and it's only 2 games in.
Sounds like some NHL rookie mode kind of stuff.
Yep. All right, it looks like Brodo's about to kill us, so
Oh
No, I'm chilling.
no.
He's chilling, man.
It's all right. He's
chilling.
gonna. We're waiting until the end of this first period.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
That's what we're doing. That is what we are doing.
I like it. I like it.
There he is.
And
There's
you know,
JVR.
from good
Yeah,
old
JVR.
JVR.
Good old JVR,
these are
man.
some weird analytics that they're using right now for in
Shots
MSG.
in air for deflect. What
18.2%. What does that even mean?
is that? The shit analytics that they're fucking using to pick
Nice.
players nowadays?
Do they track how fast the hockey stick is moving to hit the puck? Is it going 25 miles an hour?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's probably the
Well,
next
what
analytic.
what about the ERA? Come on, man. And what about runners in scoring
Yeah.
position? For God's sakes,
Use the
you know?
shift. I hate the shift. I hate the shift.
I hate the
too.
shift.
And what about the wisp? Keep that.
I
in.
don't
You
mind
get-
the double play, the bunt, moving back forward, fine.
We got
Like the
something
ones
here?
that they have,
Oh, no, we
4
don't.
people on
We
one
want
side.
2 second basemen.
No, I hate that shit. They should not even allow it.
Or is it 2 first basemen?
Tampa Bay started that shit in 2008, and then just got progressively worse.
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like you've seen that a lot in the past couple years.
I know this is not a baseball show, but something has to be said with when it comes to the Rangers. What's their big name right now? I keep on thinking Josh Hamilton, but he's long gone already.
Gallo.
Gallo.
Joey Gallo.
Gallo gets all these monster hits. The problem is they have him positioned so well with the second baseman. He's hitting balls like 115 miles per hour into right field, and they're just snagging it like it's nothing. To me, they shouldn't even allow that shift. Just learn how to play defense better. Make a good throw. Just don't put a guy there. It's boring.
Well, when a guy hits 6% to
It's all
you
right.
know, the opposite end,
It's all right. Listen, that
You're gonna move that
shouldn't be.
shift.
That should never be addressed. What should be addressed is putting a designated hitter in the NL. That should be addressed.
I don't know. That's a discussion for a baseball show because we could talk about that for hours.
But I could talk about that for hours.
I'm just saying, since the league seems to want to do it,
Because
Since they seem
here's
to be
the thing.
going towards it, might as well just say it.
again, not a baseball show. I could talk about that for hours.
Well, feel free to talk
Look
about
at this
it
World
on that
Series.
baseball
It's
show.
going to Washington right now. You think Justin Verlander, maybe Garrett Cole? He had a small stint with the Pirates. Who else?
Oh man, that's
Do you
gonna be
think-
funny seeing them bat.
How many pitchers
If they make
in
it
the
back to the
American League
rotation.
can actually swing the bat? And don't say Bartolo Colon.
Oh, no,
I
are you
couldn't
kidding
even
me?
because I don't even know.
He's probably one of the best hitters.
Hey, Big Brian, you know who a good DH is, or at least who a good hitting pitcher is?
Madison Bumgarner.
I thought he said Babe Ruth, but I don't know.
What's his name? Is it DeGrom? Which one hits more, DeGrom or Syndergaard?
DeGrom.
What's the question?
Who hits better, DeGrom or Syndergaard?
DeGrom.
Yeah, DeGrom.
Is it DeGrom that's
Yeah.
got a couple home runs?
Here's a
Yeah.
fun little
Got
stat. Over the last 9 seasons, Brian Elliott has had one of the highest goals against leaders.
Lowest.
My bad, highest.
You're trying to rip
One
your
of the
own
highest
goalie.
rated.
Listen, if you've seen the Elliott I've seen, you will rip his ass any day you can. Like,
5-2
seriously.
now for the New York Rangers.
But they showed the
Struggling.
last 5 years, but does that count this year?
And well, to be honest, it's the last 5 seasons, and he spent a good portion of that in St. Louis. So can't even really say that half of that is due to his play with the Flyers. Anyway, I'm sure that the reason why he's only number 2 is because of his time with the Flyers. But anyway,
It helps. Big time.
yeah, definitely does. Because save percentages, what the fuck are those? Anyway,
Where else was he? He was with the Flames for 1 year, right?
I think he was. Yes, he was.
Right?
He was
with the Flames
for
and
that
in the
1 year.
Blues. Because that's when
Yes,
Jake
'cause
Allen
that-
started taking over.
Because he left the Blues, went to the Flames, and then we signed him for fuck it. We don't know why.
Yeah,
I
'cause-
still don't know why we did it.
Yeah, because Jake Allen was looking better than Elliott at a certain point, and it just, they end up going with Elliott or Allen, and then Bingham or what?
Oh.
Jesus Christ, Jordan Bennington
Rangers just
ended
scored.
up. I said that.
Do not take the shtick of the scoring update guy. He will cut you.
That is my job.
Hey, Manny, while we
Yes.
wait for the first period to be done,
Sure.
I have a challenge for you.
Oh, no.
Do you accept the challenge? I can't tell you the challenge until you accept the challenge.
Is this going to be one of those challenges where you bring up some obscure detail that I got to remember?
No, I wouldn't say obscure.
Oh, okay.
No,
Go
It's
ahead.
Flyers related.
All right, go ahead.
So I have a list of the Flyers points leaders heading into tonight's game. Can you name the top 3?
On the current roster?
Yeah, like the points
for the-
leaders
so
heading
for
into
the
the game.
season- for the
Yes, for the
season.
season.
Oh, for the season.
Yeah, for the
Okay.
Flyers.
I am going to say
Oh, I want to play this too.
I think we need some trivia
Connect me?
music on right now.
Oh, Jesus.
now. Does it have to be in order?
No, I'm not
No,
going
okay.
to do that to
All right,
you. But it
so-
can, listen, I'll be very impressed.
So, all right, I'm going to say Konechny
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
is one of them.
Yes.
I agree with that one. I will also put a vote for its TK.
Same here.
I'm going to say Lindblom.
Yes.
Damn it, that's who I swear to God I was going to
2
pick
out
him
of 3.
too.
And the final one. Okay,
This one's for all the
this
marbles.
This one's the tough one.
I think
And there's a. I'm not
No-
gonna
no
say it.
hits,
I'm not
no
gonna say it.
hits.
I'm not going to say it.
I have my guy
Don't say it. Let
in
Matty
my
go.
head.
Let Matty go.
All right, I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to say Hayes.
That's who I was going to say.
No.
Damn,
No.
it's Matt Niskanen.
No.
That would be
That'd
funny,
be
if it
funny.
was.
He's close.
Yeah?
Is it Justin Braun?
No.
I was going to say, no way.
Provorov?
Ghost.
Matty.
Damn it.
Did
If you're
you
saying close, that means it's a D-man. If you're saying Niskanen was close. I'm trying to think.
Don't overthink it.
No,
I'm
well,
overthinking.
It's a little late now.
Is it
I'm
Brian?
overthinking.
Is it Brian Elliott? No.
Oh,
It's Yummy or Yager.
Damn it, I knew I was close.
It almost sounded like you said yummy or yager.
Yummy or
Probably.
Yager?
That's what the ladies say. But anyway,
Oh God.
or at least the 18-year-old Czech models. But anyway.
Do you have a final answer? By the way, Kevin Nixon wants to know. He says, "LOL, is that Brian Daly's mini me?"
No, that's
his-
actually
That's
his
his
bigger.
big. That's his big
That's his-
version.
Yeah, but I'm going to say
His bigger B.
No.
Bigger
Brian,
D.
Brian's
All
little me.
All right. I'm gonna.
other
All right.
way.
I'm gonna say it now. Drew. Who is it?
No. So you were on a roll for a long time because you guessed TK first and he is first
Okay.
with 10 points. Lindblom, you guessed him second. He is indeed second
All right.
with 6 points.
Who was number
Now,
3?
I said that there was a small detail because you had 2 chances because there's a tie for third.
Oh.
Damn.
Between Provorov,
Oh.
who Mr. Dean got, and Couturier
Okay.
with
Ah.
5. Then you have Voracek with 4, Giroux with 4, and Niskanen with 4. And that was heading into this game.
All right then.
Thank
well,
you for playing.
Oscar
Thank you
Lindblom.
for playing.
Yeah. So Oscar Lindblom will get an additional point added to the total for his goal tonight. But
Who assisted his goal?
TK.
Yeah.
So he will also get an additional
So
point.
it's the same. It's the same move.
It is. Nothing changes. The more things change, the more they stay the fucking same. So
All right.
we will now go to break. The Flyers are up 1-0 at the end of the first period. We will have for you hopefully the beginning of the second before we send you all off to watch the rest of the game on your own terms, however you wish to view it, whether you're viewing it from a mansion or you're viewing it from a rinky-dink shack. Doesn't matter where you're viewing it from.
The rinky dink.
But nonetheless, no matter what kind of property you have, you're guaranteed to have taxes with that property. And let me tell you something, when tax season rolls around, it is a pain in the ass to deal with it. But luckily enough, A2DRadio.com has an answer, a solution, if you will, to your problem of calculating everything together, saving all the receipts, filling out that shit online that you need to know some other bullshit that you don't possibly could ever know. The solution is you go to Gibson Mayer LLC. Your certified public accountants, guess what? They're located at 301 Oxford Valley Road in Yardley, PA, and you can give them a call at 215-369-3300. Guys, let me tell you something right now. Gibson Mayer can help you with so much in terms of tax season. Be ready, be prepared, and call Gibson Mayer. This is the Hockey Happy Hour on A2DRadio.com. Matt, Mike, Dean, we will all see you on the other side, along with the sign guy Ryan Brodo for some other
And
shenanigans.
don't forget about the most important one.
Oh yes, and little Brian.
Big Brian.
Big Brian.
Oh yeah, Big Brian. I
Get it
forgot.
right.
Boo.
Little Brian isn't here today. I'm sorry. I wish he was here. Damn it. He's not. Damn him for not being here. But anyway, I
Shame.
apologize, Big Brian. I really
Shame.
do. I'm sorry. I'm
Shame.
sorry. Anyway. So with that, we will see you guys on the other side right here on A2DRadio.com. Be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hockey Happy Hour, live on A2DRadio.com from the Real Talk Studios here in beautiful Mount Ephraim, New Jersey. I'd say it's about as beautiful as any place in Jersey can be. Which, you know.
I beg to differ.
Yeah. Anyway. So with that, we are live here on A2DRadio.com. Matt Satsuti, Mikey, the Penguin Munching, the Lemon Loving Michael Klankoff,
I love it.
who also likes to make Big Brian fly.
You dropped a lemon? Oh, no.
No.
You dropped your paper.
Here. Make Big Brian fly.
God.
Hey, man, he's part of the show now. Be nice to him.
He is. He's actually the star.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about him. And over there we have Mr. Great Denson,
I love it.
Dean Sensi.
What's up, guys?
Jersey, man. Anyway, behind the board, the one and only Mr. Sign Guy, Ryan Brodo.
We've been over this. This is a penguin.
Sounds like a donkey.
What the hell?
Oh my God!
No, this is. What did we call this guy last week?
Oh, no.
I forget what the hell we called him. To be honest with you,
Well, looks like he's getting a new name.
I don't know. What should we call him? Should we call him Charlie?
Charlie.
I think we'll call
Is
him.
that, it was something similar.
Well,
to
Big
that.
Brian's already taken.
Well, yeah, Big Brian's is taken. Yeah.
I shall call him Apple.
Apple. I dig it.
Apple. Okay. I shall call him Apple, and he shall be my
Apple the duck.
That's the no, isn't that the one actress named her kid Apple? I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was Granny Smith Apple, right?
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was just Apple.
I remember
Another-
all
I'll
these,
figure it out.
all
Listen,
these
we've been
weird
searching a lot of
celebrity
things
kids
tonight.
names
If you're
and
going with
stuff.
that, you might as well just call him Blue Ivy. Although you probably would get sued by Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Rangers with another goal.
we are
Nice.
brought to you by Gibson Mayer
Wow.
LLC, your certified public accountants located at 301 Oxford Valley Road in Early, PA. Give them a call, 215-369-3300. They can't help you if you get sued, but they can help you when tax season rolls around. So be ready, be prepared, and call Gibson Mayer.
Gwyneth
Beautiful.
Paltrow named her child Apple.
Nice.
Oh, well then. Nice. So the duck's name is Apple Paltrow.
I
Congratulations.
dig it.
The third.
James Wilder chimes in and says, hashtag fly or die.
Yo, Brodo.
Yes.
Look at the TV screen.
Ah.
You missed her.
Oh, there's
What a
JVR.
We got James Van Riemsdyk on the screen
Yeah.
right now in the interview room.
Absolutely.
He looks a lot like Oscar Lindblom, though.
It's weird. I mean, he looks just like him, but
I know. Man, they could be twins. Hopefully they don't dress the same, or in other words, we would never be able to tell them apart. Unfortunately, they do wear the same jerseys, don't they? But anyway. All right. So we've had our break. We've paid our bills. And now
it's time for me to stutter.
Yes, it is. Mr. Mikey Klankoff, are you ready, my good man?
I don't know. I'm getting nervous.
Well, either way, whether you're ready or not, take it the
Here
fuck
we
away.
go. The San Jose Sharks are beating the Montreal Canadiens 4-2 in the third period, about halfway done the third period.
Hey,
10 minutes ago in the third.
San Jose can actually beat somebody. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
they can. Actually, I mean, they've been winning a couple games recently. They're climbing their way back up in the standings.
Totally.
The Arizona Coyotes are losing to the New York Islanders 3-1 with about a minute and a half left in the third period.
I
The
can't wait.
Rangers, tacking on another goal, are winning 6-2 against the Buffalo Sabres, and that game is 8 seconds away from going final, and it went up to 45 seconds. I guess we're time travelers here. I don't know.
Who knew?
Who would have knew?
Who knew?
Wow, great game. Columbus Blue Jackets against the Carolina Hurricanes, 3-3, tied up in the third period, 1:52 to go. Jesus Christ, it keeps changing on me. Everything keeps jumping. Games are jumping here. But that's a 3-3 game there. And then we have the St. Louis.
Oh, there it is.
No, he keeps playing the damn penguin in the background. I hear it.
This is suspenseful music. I don't hear a penguin.
Oh, bullshit.
How can I play both? Let me ask you that. How can I play both?
You just did.
I'm playing suspense background music, version 2.
Actually, I am seeing the screen. He is playing it. It's not our fault that they put a penguin back there.
Yeah.
St. Louis Blues are beating the Los Angeles Kings 3-2 in the second period. We have the Nashville Predators beating the Minnesota Wild 1-0 in the second period. About 4 minutes left to go to that game. The game that we are watching live right now, the Philadelphia Flyers are beating the Chicago Blackhawks 1-0 at the end of the first. We're about to start the first. We have the Dallas Stars. I wonder if Scory Perry scored any of those goals. 2-0 at the end of the first period. Dallas is winning
against the Ducks.
Yes, a scoreless game here. Calgary versus the Florida. Oh, as I say that, Calgary scores 1-0 against the Florida Panthers.
Okay, then.
We have in the first period a scoreless game. Okay, nothing changed there. Washington versus Edmonton, 0-0 with about 9:20 left in the first period. And Tom Arnone has just entered the building. What is good? Hey.
No, he's just giving a live scoring
We're just
update.
doing a
He just
score
updated you coming in.
We just updated.
So,
you
yeah.
Perfect timing. That is all the games for tonight. Everything.
The Rangers just went final, so.
Yeah, Rangers game just went final, and we got 2 more goals scored here in the Arizona and Islanders game. It's now 4-2 with 17 seconds left in the third.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually do hope Arizona wins because I predicted them to win to be
Yeah,
third in their division.
Me
and
and
I don't
both. Well, I don't have them that high. I have them making the.
I have them wild
spot.
card.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and you also have Colorado winning the division.
They're
Which
so far looking good.
Right now, it's not a bad.
They might have lost Rantanen for maybe 2 to 3 weeks, but they're still playing great.
And we haven't even hit the All-Star break, so calm down.
Trevor Harris says the man of the hour, Tom Arnone, everyone.
Yeah.
There he is.
Has Tom met our star guest?
Oh, yeah, we have Big Brian here who's filling in for Mr. Brian Daly. Yeah, he is. Filling in.
He's actually doing pretty good.
Yeah, he is. I will say.
Better than normal Brian. So
he may wind up having a guest spot on a lot of other shows that might be missing
might
people.
Be
Who knows?
In, weekly here.
Yeah, man. I don't know. He might fill in a producer role. Who knows? He might
Whoa.
be that talented.
Let me know.
Especially those 10 o'clock shifts. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. Night shifts. They suck. Anyway, all right. So, Flyers looking like they're getting ready to get started on their second period here. Once again, 1-0 on top of the Chicago Blackhawks. Oscar Lindblom got the lone goal in the first period. And Brian Elliott looking very good, bailing the team out early on with 7 saves in the first period when the Flyers they kind of started off a little bit is the best way to put it on that one. Not too good, not too bad, but eventually they eased into their game. Ooh. Hopefully they can keep that up in the second period. And Dean is looking at something and studying it. What are you studying?
Both goals scored by Dallas. I have no clue who the heck that is. I want you to say that last name.
Jurinov?
It is Gurianov.
But they're both. One of them is assisted by another former Duck, Andrew Cogliano.
Hey.
Oh, hey, there you go. He's also been a lot of other things. So
he has. He is quite the traveler, I have to say.
He has been.
But he's good.
Yeah,
always
just like those scores were with the time travel going on.
Yeah. Everything kept jumping back and forth. I was like, what?
You were Marty McFly. You were just traveling, back to the future. Everything.
Carolina and Columbus just started overtime.
Nice.
Hopefully Columbus loses.
If you guys had to guess right now who is leading the league in points.
Oh, Flyers just scored.
Nice. Hey, Giroux.
And Claude Giroux.
Trade him. Time to trade him.
Yeah.
Time to trade him.
Again, every time I hear it, it's every year. It's bound to happen at some point.
That means you should say it more, then he'll do more.
It's just one of those things where you say, it's not an actual Flyer season until someone says trade Claude Giroux.
What is that, really second isn't. Or third of the year?
Oh, he tipped it right on by Lanier right there. He recovered. See what happens. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
I mean, it did hit his the stick, but he did kind of kick the stick. I don't know how that works.
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know how that works, to be honest.
Is he playing soccer?
No, I guess it was a good goal.
Well, I guess the coach decided to not challenge it. Hey, Chicago's coach maybe kind of stupid. All right, good news.
Yeah, I wonder how that works. I mean, he did kick the stick.
I think it would still be a kicking motion, even if it does touch the stick. It's like you still kicked it in. You didn't use your stick to direct the puck. But hey, I'll take it. Hey, Chicago's coach is blind right now. I'll take it. But anyway.
Oh, here we go. This is a good one. Who's your guys' announcer that you hate listening to when they call a game?
Ooh.
Can I say mine?
Sure, go ahead.
Joe Buck.
Well,
He can go to hell.
strictly hockey. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I hated hearing Pierre.
Well,
I
Pierre
mean,
McGuire is
he
pretty
was,
annoying.
yeah, I mean, him being in the box, I definitely couldn't stand listening to him. So it was a good thing.
If we had to go with hockey, there's one guy, not for real life, but from the video games, the legendary Gary Thorne.
No.
Well, Gary Thorne did commentate hockey back
I
in
know.
the day.
But Gary Thorne
I
in all the
wouldn't say Gary.
games, he only said negative things.
That was Bill Clement.
That, to be honest with you, actually, I didn't mind Gary Thorne.
Yeah,
I thought he
liked
was.
Gary
I thought he
Thorne.
was
Bill
actually
Clement
really.
got under my skin.
Of course he did.
It's like Ray Ferraro now in the game, and it's like I can't stand listening. When I hear his voice in real life now, I'm like, ugh.
See, I like
Makes
Bill
me
Clement,
cringe a
but
little
that's
bit.
only
Well, 'cause
because
he's a Flyers announcer.
yeah, and I also grew up listening to him as the Flyers commentator, along with JJ and Keith Jones whenever he would decide to make his presence known to the world. But so far, I would say the commentator I don't like listening to in terms of hockey. I will say this: I hate Mike Milbury. I hate his guts. I think
he does get annoying.
He is the most annoying human being on the face of the planet. Seriously. And what's worse is that he's already come out and said he doesn't like Flyers fans, that he doesn't like Philadelphia. He's like, no shit he doesn't. Because he played with Boston his entire career, and he GM'd the New York Islanders into the fucking ground. So it's like, yeah, no wonder he hates the Flyers. Because we've been making him look bad for fucking forever.
For years.
And he's also done it to himself, by the way, too, because he used to be a drug addict. But anyway, so there's that.
Trevor's going with Sam Rosen.
Oh, the New York Rangers announcer?
Beats me.
All right. That's an interesting
I can't hate him
pick.
too much
Yeah.
if I've never heard of him.
There you go. That's a good one.
Wow. Edmonton just scored.
Did they? Oh, but to go back to my question, who do you think leads the league in points right now? I know the answer. Who do you guys got? Because it's not who you think it is.
John Carlson.
Okay, you saw the stats. You've been looking.
No, I saw that yesterday.
Well, then you looked.
I was watching the game.
That's looking.
So
Well, he ruined it because it's John Carlson.
you ruined it, Dean. You ruined it, man.
Yeah, it is the Rangers.
Big Brian's going to peck you to death for that. You do realize that, right? You got some punishments coming.
I've heard worse.
I've heard worse. What? All right, never mind. Brodo, do you got anything to say on that?
On somebody pecking somebody?
Yeah.
No. Do you want me to?
I figured you would have played the penguin sound effect.
Oh,
but
you want the penguin sound?
I queued you up and you totally just whiffed on that
All right,
pitch.
all
But
right,
anyway,
all
all right. It's
There
too
you
late
go.
now. We can't do
Oh, it's
it.
too late now.
Yeah. Anyway. Still funny, though.
Sounds good.
Oh, man. Anyway, so meanwhile, back in the reality of the United Center, the Blackhawks and the Flyers are going back and forth right now. Flyers are up 2-0 with that goal that they got from Giroux that the Blackhawks coach inexplicably decided not to review. And maybe because he was afraid he'd lose his timeout. I don't know why. He's coaching the Blackhawks. It's not like they're going to win much games.
I mean, like I said, it's an interesting play. I mean, I don't know how that would have been judged, but good shot there, but better save by Elliott.
By Elliott, yes.
But yeah, that was just the I don't think I've actually ever seen that before, where he kicks his stick and then it goes in.
See, here's the thing. It seems like that would be something you would have done back in the day to avoid getting called for kicking it into the goal. That's what I think, because back in the day when you didn't want to get called for, being too rough on a guy and you hit him with your stick, you would do it by hiding it in your glove because this actually happened in a playoff game with the Flyers. Eric Lindros took out one of the guys who was actually trying to check him the entire night by jumping off of his skates, by the way, and hitting the dude in the face with his stick, with the shaft of his stick, because his stick was black and his glove was black. He hit it in between his gloves, and the referee never called it.
Nice.
And he broke the dude's nose on top of it, and he didn't return for the rest of the game. That was when hockey was fun.
When everybody
quick
left
scoring
with a broken
update.
nose.
20 seconds left in the second for Nashville and Minnesota. Nashville just got their second goal.
Nice. It was Jan Krok.
Jan Kroc.
Jaron Krok.
We should actually have a whole show of just actually pronouncing names
I'm out.
without accents. So
Okay.
Alexander Ovechkin would be Ovechkin.
Oven chicken.
Oven chicken. Giroux would be Guru. And Kane would just be Kane. Kane. God damn it. And then Crosby would just be
Baby.
yeah. Bitch. But anyway, that's what it would be. All right. So we are going to say goodbye to the faithful here at A2DRadio.com. We thank you all for joining us for this edition of the Hockey Happy Hour. Enjoy the rest of the game. Flyers are up 2-0. Hopefully we have given them enough good luck here so that they can hold on to this 2-0 lead. Possibly even make it 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. Why stop at 5? Just keep on building it up. Make the Blackhawks feel sorry. Yeah. All right. But that will do it for us here. I'm Matt Tizzuti. This is the Penguin loving and Penguin munching Michael Klankoff. The great Denson, Dean Sensi, wearing whatever piece of garbage he decided to wear today. And on over here behind the board is the sign guy, Mr. Ryan Barodo, who will not be here next week. We will have Mr. Frank Vespi, I believe, tagging in, right? Yes, so Mr. Frank Vespi will be tagging in for next week, so that should be fun there. And the star of the show says good night to everybody. Big Brian saying good night to everyone. Brian, I hope you enjoy your replacement. We will see you guys next week on A2DRadio.com. Once again, we are brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC, your certified public accounts located at 301 Oxford Valley Road in Yardley, PA. Give them a call, 215-369-3300. Tax season will be here before you know it. Be ready, be prepared, and call Gibson Mayer. See you guys 10 o'clock next week, A2DRadio.com. Bye, everyone.
Good night.